Politics is one of the neatest things on this planet. That's why Sam and I started Neature Polytalk, because we want everyone to know how neat politics is, instead of just me and Sam knowing it. Today we're going to talk about public goods. A public good is a benefit provided to a group of people such that each person can enjoy the benefit without necessarily having to pay for it, and one person's enjoyment of the benefit does not inhibit another person from enjoying the benefit. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. This right here is the library annex. You can tell it's the annex because of the way it is.
Annex is a public good because it provides benefits to all students of A&M, and one student's use doesn't hinder another student's benefit. Sam, what do you think?
The Annex is a huge resource on campus maintained by the students and faculty. It provides four main benefits: books, silence, amenities, and study rooms. There are laws for each of these benefits in order to prevent the tragedy of the commons. First, let's talk about books. The TAMU library system contains over 4 million books. Keeping track of and organizing this many books requires a large infrastructure. In fact, in 2008, the library had over 32.6 million in total library expenditures. In this manner, the library is a club good, as everyone who goes to A&M reaps the benefits of the Annex. The library hires workers to organize and keep track of all books along with other resources, but more on that later. These workers are paid for as a part of student tuition and by the state. Those who pay into the system, the students, all have equal access to the good, the library. Next, let's talk about how neat silence is. On the 5th and 6th floor, there are many tables for people to study in silence. In this instance, silence is a social decision and a public good. In order to maintain silence, everyone within a group must remain silent. If someone whispers in one of the large study spaces in the Annex, it's not going to change the overall volume. However, if everyone starts whispering, the study space will no longer be silent, and we will have the tragedy of the commons. This situation could be compared to a baseball game. If someone decides to watch the game from a hill nearby instead of paying admission, the team will not lose much money. However, if everyone decides to watch the game from the hill instead of paying admission, the team will not have enough funds to keep playing. In order to maintain silence, the Annex has laws stating if you have received a noise complaint, you will either be warned or kicked out. While these laws can be harsh, they are necessary to maintain the silence. Next, the Annex provides many amenities. We talked to one of the people at the front desk to ask which specific amenities were provided.
So what kind of benefits do y'all provide as the library annex?
Well, we provide calculators, chargers, headphones, laptops, and books.
Whoa, that's pretty neat.
It is neat indeed. In a similar fashion to maintaining silence, laws are in place to prevent tragedy of the commons. Whenever a student rents something from the front desk, he or she turns in their A&M ID. That way, the student will remember to return the item they borrowed. Additionally, you can be charged money if you use the item longer than the allotted time. This ensures that everyone has equal access to all the amenities of the Annex.
One of the greatest benefits of the Annex are the study rooms. Anyone can study in a study room, but there are regulations to make sure that people don't overuse the public good. First off, there are regulations about cleaning the room. The room has to be really clean. You can bring food in, but in order so that no one overuses that privilege, you can be kicked out if your food is a mess or if you just mess up the room. Another benefit from the study rooms is time. You can study in the study room for however long as you want, but you can only reserve the study room for 4 hours. So if someone has their study room that you're studying in reserved, you have to be like, hey, I respect you, and leave the room. Because if you don't, then we have the tragedy of the commons and no one benefits from the public good.
Here's a group of people studying. They reserve the room so they have 4 hours to study in the study room. And so we can walk in and see what they're doing since everyone's studying together.
Don't ruin the shot.
See? Everyone's studying. How neat is that? That's pretty neat.